Africa Global Radio. Our story, our growth, our future.
Headlines across Africa.
Welcome to Africa Global Radio. I'm NIGELEC, bringing you headlines across Africa for Tuesday, 28th of November. In today's bulletin, Ghanaian Cardinal goes against the grain, speaking in favour of non-criminalisation of homosexuality. NIGELEC commissioned a 30-megawatt photovoltaic plant to compensate for Nigeria's electricity sanctions. And Palestinians celebrate after release from Israeli prisons. Peter Turkson, the prominent Ghanaian priest who has spoken against homosexuality, contradicts the position of other Roman Catholic bishops in Ghana who have labelled homosexuality a crime. Cardinal Turkson is challenging the proposed bill in Ghana's parliament that seeks to establish a 3-year prison sentence for people identifying as LGBT, with up to 10 years for those advocating for LGBTQ+ rights. This alignment with Pope Francis, who recently indicated openness to blessing same-sex couples, still stands by the notion that same-sex relationships are objectively sinful. Cardinal Turkson emphasized the need for education to foster understanding of homosexuality, asserting that LGBT individuals should not be criminalized since they have committed no crime. For the past 4 months, almost all the districts of Niamey have been suffering from major power cuts as Nigeria stopped supplying Niger as part of the sanctions imposed in response to the military intervention earlier this year. Niger's Energy Minister, Mahaman Mustafa Bakir, says Niger's electricity company, NIGELEC, is already seeing an improvement in the quality of service for its subscribers, particularly in the capital Niamey, with a population of 1.5 million, Dosso in the south, and Tillaberi in the west of the country. This improvement is due to the largest solar energy infrastructure ever built in Niger, with 55,000 solar panels. The power station cost 20 billion CFA francs and was financed by a loan of 15.5 billion CFA francs from the French Development Agency and a grant of 3.5 billion CFA francs from the European Union before the coup. Qatar has announced the truce between Israel and Hamas has been extended by 2 more days as more hostages were freed from Gaza in exchange for the release of dozens of Palestinian prisoners. Freed Palestinian prisoners celebrated in Ramallah after their release from an Israeli jail in exchange for Israeli hostages held by Hamas. Israel's prison authorities said 33 Palestinian inmates had been released. In all, 50 Israeli hostages have been released under the truce deal in exchange for 150 Palestinian prisoners, with another 19 hostages freed under separate agreements, including Thai workers and a dual Russian-Israeli citizen. U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said that in order to extend the pause, Hamas had committed to releasing another 20 women and children. Israel views the truce as temporary to secure hostage releases and plans to continue its war, with the government agreeing to a 30.3 billion shekel war budget that will now go to parliament. With Palestinians continuing their celebrations, Ghana has also added more travel convenience for visitors to the West African country. Ghana has confirmed it will issue a 46-day visa on arrival between December 1st and January 15th, 2024. This forms part of Ghana government's ambitious 10-year Beyond the Return campaign designed to encourage Africans in the diaspora to explore and reconnect with Ghana. And with that, we've come to the end of Headlines Across Africa with me, NIGELEC. Join us again tomorrow for our midweek bulletin right here on Africa Global Radio.
For this and more, check us out on africaglobalradio.com. On Facebook and YouTube, Africa Global Radio. On Twitter and Instagram, AF Global Radio.